Hey, this is Bennett Forrest of the Meali team at Keller Williams Legacy Partners, here to talk about one of the topics I'm really passionate about. And that is when people ask about home values and they talk about houses going over asking price, I always want to put it in context. And the example I always use is a gallon of milk, right? So everybody knows that a gallon of milk is somewhere between $4 and $6, right? And why do we know that? Because we're consumers of retail. Most people bought dozens of gallons of milk over their lives, and we just know that the value is approximately $4 to $6. So if one day you walked into the supermarket and milk was $13, most people say they probably would not buy $13 milk. Why is that? Because again, they know what retail value is. It's very similar to when you go on Amazon or any retail shopping you go to. We know value because we see it every day. There's multiple of the same thing that are identical, and we can look at reviews and comparisons, and it's really easy to determine value. Now, with house buying, it's completely different. It is not retail. And the reason is there's a lot of factors, but one is that, mainly no two houses are the same, right? So you could have five people go into this house, for example, in Simsbury, Connecticut, that is for sale for 515,000, and you're going to have three different or five different opinions of the price. And that's because people and the retail side buy milk for basically the same reason, to drink or cook with it. But people buy houses for much different reasons. Some people might not like the hill that it's on. Some people might love the kitchen and want to pay more. Some people may love the backyard. Some people may hate the backyard. So there's all different factors. So value in home buying is determined in the eye of the beholder. And a great example of this is these three houses, one of which my clients are thrilled that they just went under contract with. So you've got this one in Simsbury, Connecticut. It's listed at 514,000. It's got four beds, 2.5 baths, 2,300 square feet, two-car garage, and a basement that's finished about 816 square feet. Those are kind of the big ticket, basic parameters that people look at before they decide all those kind of variables about their personal tastes. So we have that house, and it went on the market, and basically within 3 or 4 days, they had multiple offers. Now, we don't know what it sold for, but we do know that people obviously saw the value because there were multiple offers within the first couple days. Now, take a look at this house on Sockham's Drive, Simsbury. Now, this one is listed at $520,000. Now, it's a split level, four beds, 2.5 baths, so basically the same there. The square footage on a split level is a little bit deceptive because it's obviously smaller down here, but there's a much bigger below grade. So it probably is about the same. And it's got the two-car garage as well. And that's listed at $520,000. Now it's a split level. There's some dated elements to it. I would argue it's not as nice of a house as the other one, right? Now I've seen both of these, so you just have to take my word for it. Now let's look at the house that my clients purchased. This one is a gorgeous house in Simsbury. Has immaculate lawn and landscaping, and everything is in really good condition. Again, it's four beds, 2.5 baths. It's 2,100 square feet. It's got a small lower level finished. It's got a pool. It's got the two-car garage. So a lot of very similar features. Notice this one was listed at 480. So why is it 480? Well, that's a decision that the listing agent and the seller made. But as a consumer, as a buyer, what I teach my clients is you have to be an educated buyer and you have to believe what you see with your own eyes. So if you're looking at all three of these homes, and again, it's a personal taste, but I would argue that this is the best out of the three for various reasons, condition and landscaping, things I mentioned. Yet it was listed about $40,000 less. And the moral of the story is my clients were able to put in a very strong bid. I'm not going to disclose what that bid is, but suffice to say that it's definitely in the ballpark of these other two houses. So while the other two houses may or may not go over asking price, this one almost certainly will. And it's not because people just wanted to overpay willy-nilly. It's because for whatever reason, the listing price was lower than comparables. And my clients, being the educated consumers that they are, clearly saw the value in this one, were able to make a strong offer, and they got the home of their dreams. So just a quick example of how the list price to sales price ratio can be deceptive, and real estate buying is not retail. You can't just go on Amazon and pick the best one and filter out all the good reviews and all the bad reviews and all the specs and come up with an exact value. It's in the eye of the beholder. People buy houses for different reasons. Different features of different homes appeal to different people, and they value things differently. And so the only thing you can do as a buyer is get clarity on what's important to you and what you must have, and then be an educated buyer from there. And when you see the right thing, don't let the sticker fool you, the sticker price fool you. If you value it at a higher price because of comparables that you've seen and that you can clearly compare apples to apples as close as you can to with houses, then you can make a good decision and not get stuck on the listing price and let that deceive you into thinking that it's not worth as much or more than the other houses. So I hope this was helpful. It's a great example of one of my passion projects because everyone asks me about, at least in this market as of 2023, when I'm taping this, what's the market like? Are houses still going over asking price? And the short answer is yes. The long answer is maybe it depends. So thank you for listening. This is Bennett Forrest with the Meali team at Keller Williams Legacy Partners. Let me know if you ever need anything. My contact number is on the screen or in the comments. Thank you.